This is a graphs question, and the first thing you've got to do is to decide which of the four formulae down at the bottom match up to this line. If you've got the equation of a straight line, remember y equals mx plus c may be familiar to you. The number on the end is always where the graph crosses the y-axis. So it's this point here. If you've got your axes drawn, it's wherever the line crosses the y-axis, that's c. Now if we look at this equation here, this graph here, really closely, we need to find out then where the graph line, this line here, crosses the upright y-axis. And if you look at that, that is 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So this is crossing at 16. So the equation for this one has got to have a 16 in it, not with any other letter next to it, but a 16 on its own. Well, these are the two with 16s in it, but this one's got a 16 and a letter in it, so that's not the one we're after. This one has got the 16 on its own. That is the answer to part A. That is the equation of that line. Now, in part B of the question, we've got another equation, and we want to know basically which of the hire companies, branch tool hire, which was in the first graph, or woods tool hire, which we've got now. We've got to see which of these is better. So the thing to do really is to draw this graph on the graph paper. This c equals 9d plus 11. Well, if we want to do it, we said the equation we're now looking at, I'll just write over here, is c equals 9d plus 11. We need to find 11 over here, and it's going to start off there. Well, 11 is here. So it's going to go through that point. Now the best thing to do next is to find one or two other points that it's going to go through. If d was 4, which is about halfway across, this formula would give us 9 times by 4. 9 times by 4 is 36, plus 11. 36 plus 11 is 47. So 4 along, it will go 47 up. Now, if we look on here, we're going up from 4. That's 40, 42, 43, 46, 47. That would be about there. And if I do the same thing again at another point, say over towards the right, say when c is 9, this formula now will give me 9 times by 9, which is 81, and 81 plus 11 is 92. So from 9 I need to go up to 92, which is there. Now if I get a ruler, I can join up those 3 marks I've made, and I should get a straight line. So if I join those 3 up, that red line is the line, it's a graph that corresponds to the second equation, wood tool hire. So this one is wood tool hire. T in there. And the other one, the printed one, is the one for branch tool hire. And going back to the question said Sam thinks that woods tool hire is always cheaper. If it's cheaper, it would be underneath the other graph all the time. And it's not. The graph that I've just drawn is cheaper here, it's underneath the printed one. But once you get past this point, woods tool hire is more expensive. So, the answer to this one, woods tool hire is always cheaper? The answer is no. They want you to give a reason, and the reason is, if you look at the graph, that once you pass 5 days, it's more expensive. So, if we just write down that after 5 days, woods tool hire is more expensive, we should get all the marks in that question.